Hey guys, Damien Girardi.
Did you do that on purpose?
No. All right. You're gonna cut that.
See, it's not as easy as it is.
No,
easy. So
All right.
the first person to talk is always the hardest.
Yeah.
Go ahead, though.
All right, guys. Shane Thompson right next to me here on the Reedin booth at AWSI. I'm Damien Girardin, and Shane's gonna ask me about our new bar. So I'm gonna let him ask the question, and I'll be pretty excited to show you our new Dreamstick X.
Excellent. Well, thanks for showing this to us. So what was the upgrades, what was the concept on this bar that you really wanted to nail?
Yeah, so I think we nailed it pretty good last year with the Dreamstick. Got a lot of really good feedback from everyone that it was probably the best control system they've ever tried. I'm convinced that the name Dreamstick came from the fact that it was something that I couldn't even dream of, and I finally somehow made it work. With main feature for me was like the fact that there's the auto spin. You never have to untangle your front lines ever again. You don't have to unspin, they always automatically spin. On the Dreamstick 1 and 2, we had made it with 2 tubes here. So of course the flagging line and the depower were covered under TPU tubes, but now we went to the new monoblock here. The monoblock is a double cavity rectangular tube that we worked on for actually I could say a good year and a half actually to get that really properly working.
Yep.
But what it does is flagging line goes through the tube, depower lines goes through the tube, and it makes the auto spin work even better because you get such an even better amount of torque that your bar gives to the swivel down here. So even if somehow your swivel has more sand than you should have had, like, because you should remember that before every session you should verify there's no sand in it, verify that it spins proper. But the torque that you get from the bar makes it that it's always spinning perfectly. The way the cavities are made inside too makes that when you release, the flagging line slides better than on any bar that I've ever had. It's amazing how well it spins.
Oh yeah, super smooth.
Yeah, and of course we still have our click-in system that's super simple, and I think simplicity is key in this click-in. There's very few moving parts. There's definitely the way the piece is made, there's no big load anywhere. Everything is very well designed, so there's no chance that it ever fails. It's going to release every time you need it. It's very important in a bar. And so yeah, the rest is very similar to our current Dreamstick, but definitely this is very much next level. The material we use here is super durable. Been extensively testing it, and it's just not wearing out. It's really awesome. With the durability on that bar is amazing, and yeah, the way it transfers the spin, like even like I'm holding it with my hands,
so it
and I cannot
auto unspins your lines.
Exactly.
Right?
See,
I see.
Every time you do a loop.
So some companies have used the double.
Right. That's
you had
what
the double before.
Right. We had the double,
so
but the good thing was we had the double and we had the low V, which is very important to me. Low V means you can self-launch your kite.
Yes.
The way I ride on Maui, I don't like people to see when I test anything, so I'm always by myself. Then I need a self-launch, self-land, every time. So low V is key for me, very important, and I think a lot of us like low V. Also, the characteristic of the kite on low V is better to me than the high V. So yeah, but now it's really next level with the monoblock.
Super thin, eh? Super.
Yeah, we have skinny diameter. I gotta warn you with skinny diameter is like once you try, you may never want to touch your old bar ever again because it's gonna feel like you're holding a huge piece of bar. Then the balls are ceramic ball bearing here, so they won't rust ever. You can see them here spinning. A few features that I think we had last year we forgot to really highlight is we have what we call a streamlined Y stopper. So the flagging line here has a connection about a few meters up there. So when you release, the bar is not going to go all the way up to the kite, and it's pretty much a similar connection as that. So you don't even feel it. It's not like a plastic piece that could get tangled or anything, but the bar is not going to go all the way up. And one feature we have also is what we call the foldable lines. It allows the bar to go from 24 to 12 meter lines in a quick 5-minute setup on the beach. So, for foiling, it's awesome. For people who want to try short lines, they've seen the pro riding short lines, and they don't want to buy a pair.
So 24 to
to the half of the side. You fold them in half, 12s.
12s.
If you remove the extension, you go from 22 to 11.
Right.
If you put the extension
Extensions on,
back, you go from 11 to 13.
Right, so you have all
but
those
really,
options of
right, the idea is really you fold, and I know I personally love riding short lines.
Me
I
too.
think you've seen,
Yeah.
maybe we've cut it together, you've seen me.
Yeah.
But I know people don't experience to do it.
Yeah.
So now you don't have to buy another bar, you don't have to buy other lines. You can try if you like it, you know, you do,
Yeah.
and if you don't, then no worries, you know. But it's a fun setup. You saw the kids yesterday on short lines on foiling.
Yes.
And I think foiling is a good example of when short line really shines because
Absolutely.
everything is closer to you.
Yeah.
But kite loops, obviously, kite loops on short lines definitely look more rad and feel more rad, even if you may not jump as high.
Yep.
They're more fun in my eyes, but even just twin tipping on short lines.
Yep.
But this is not the main feature. Really, the main feature is the monoblock that I'm super proud of.
It's very different than anything out there.
Yeah,
right?
really important. I should have mentioned that about the monoblock is that you can depower and steer at the same time. You know, it's designed really that, see, I'm
Right.
45 degree and it slides really well. And right now it's dry, but as soon as it's wet, it dries. It slides even better. So
Yeah.
it slides really well at an angle. So that
No
means you,
friction between.
yeah, there's, see, well, when you go all the way, you feel it, but really when you're kiting, that was really key to the design is to make sure that you could be
That's
at an
great.
angle and keep on, you know,
Yeah.
depowering at the same
Yeah.
time.
Cool.
So yeah, new monoblock. Super excited about it. I mean,
Amazing.
I don't know if you feel it, but I was jumping up and
Yeah.
down all over the place when I finally got it
So have
working.
you let people try that out this year? or
Yeah,
is
yeah.
this
We,
just like,
no, we've
here?
been, like I said, I've been testing
Yeah.
it like for a
you
whole
let
year
people-
already. Yeah, people have been trying it here.
Cool. And the
We're
feedback?
feedback is outstanding.
Awesome.
You know, I seriously, I don't even know how I could make a better bar, which is always a good feeling.
Yeah.
And, yeah, probably in 6 months I'll be like, oh, I got something new.
Yeah.
But right now, I think it's as good as you can ever get. I mean, everything is in there. I mean, our lines are also superior to any other line that I know of. We have no stretch.
Where do you source those from?
They're made in France,
Yeah.
and then we do an extra treatment ourselves
Oh, really?
that I don't know anyone else that does it, and it makes them, just don't stretch. It's crazy. I mean, we have maybe 2 cm of stretch on your front lines after 20 sessions.
Cool.
Most lines that I've ever tried from any supplier, any brand, we had 10 cm after a few sessions. So people end up riding oversheeted without knowing, and this is not happening for us. Of course, if you need a trim them, we can here. It's very simple. You push that piece out, and then you access the knots and you trim easily. And you can, by the same way, you can flip that piece and also make the bar shorter. That's a feature that, you know, the industry has been doing. I had for many years already.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, amazing. Well, check out Reedin's new Dreamstick X.
Yep.
And get on their kites. And we'll see you on the water. Thanks for doing that for us, man.
Thank you.